Alright fellas, we're back, and I think this is going to be the last video. Thank God. This has been dragged out too long. We're about 99% done with the build with this little piece here from Valhalla Tactical. Alright guys, this is Mark from Gunfight Knives, and this is the MMB build. Finishing touches, I guess we can call it. So what we got today is a mount for this RMR, Trijicon RMR. It's the tritium version. Had this one for a while, and I wanted to put it on a new mount for the build. So this is it. We'll get into it real quick. Show you the Valhalla Tactical. Rukh is what this thing is called. The mount is called the Rukh, and they give you the torque specs on there. So, and they also give you this little sticker here. Unfortunately, very underwhelmed by the package this came in. These pieces and all this came in a little plastic bag, which I think these two parts were vacuum sealed away from each other in the Ziploc bag, and that's it. This piece, this mount is $250. You would think they would do a little bit better, but their products are innovative. The light switch that I have on my build is made by them as well, and it's an awesome piece, very innovative. No one else does it, so that's pretty cool. But again, I wish they would have done a little bit better with their packaging. If you're going to spend that much money, if not, knock some of the price off. But this is titanium, so I guess that's where they're going to justify the prices. To me, it's not very light, so I guess it's because of the steel screws going through. But as you can see, it will cant one way or another. And it's hard to see, but it's going to have little ribs going across there. And that's what, when you tighten it down, that's what's going to make the tension bite between these two and hold it in place. So you have multiple adjustments, which is very nice. And I've been waiting to buy this thing for a long time. So you can adjust it from there to there. So this is on your rifle. So very ingenious mount creation, I guess. They did a really good job. We got the lugs here. One thing I noticed, you guys, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, on the lug right there, you can actually see where it's threaded on the inside, breaching through to the outside. I don't see it being a problem. It's just they really cut it close when they did that. Again, 250 bucks. You want perfection, I guess, or at least I do. And this isn't even their most expensive. They have one that is, I think it's like black nitrite coated or something, and it is a little bit more, if you guys can imagine. Another cool part about this comes with a little spring here and a battery compartment if you were to use the battery RMR version. So you keep a little, either a spare battery, I guess, inside here. I'll take this off real quick because there's not very many videos online about this product, unfortunately, and it's been out for a few years, but that's basically it. It looks like they got this thing mounted up pretty solid to this piece with those 4 screws, but I don't know if I'm going to have to take this spring out or not for my version, but it would be nice to keep a spare CR2032 in here, just so I can keep an extra one for the primary arms PLXC. So I do like this little compartment. It comes with a little rubber seal as well. Keep everything dry. And again, the tolerances are pretty darn good with this thing, very tight. But let's weigh it real quick. Show you guys what we're working with. So the mount by itself is going to be 1.95 ounces, which is crazy, guys. 1.95 ounces, and this is their co-witness height. So from here to here is the co-witness. I think they have, I forget, they have two other options, if I remember correctly, in height. So if you want it raised up, you can have it to match whatever your scope is. So the whole point is, when you cant this over one way or another, it stays in line with your actual sight. So your primary sight stays in line with the red dot. So when that's plate is there and that's on there, you can adjust it and it stays. So when you roll your head on the 45-degree offset or whatever you end up choosing with this, you roll your head and your eye should be at the same exact spot. So other ones you might have to wiggle around for it to find it. This is supposed to be dead on when you're doing it. So that's the reason why I got it. I've wanted it for years, just never got it. It was probably wanted it for about 2 years, just never bought it. So I decided to do it on this just because this is, didn't want to spare any expense on this build. But let's put it on with the RMR Trijicon with the fiber optic tritium version. 3.195 ounces if you're going to set it up the way I have it. I'll show you how I used to have it with the American Defense. This used to be on here. And that was without the screws. I didn't weigh it with the screws, but you guys will get over that. So the American Defense, just the mount, quick disconnect for a Picatinny. It's 2.45 ounces. 2.45 ounces just for the mount. Let's toss that on. 3.70 ounces. So this is how I had it set up with another mount that had a Picatinny. I think it was made by Midwest Industries, and it has like a little Picatinny 45 offset, and I've had that and this for years. So before any of this stuff was even on the market. So this was the options back in the day, guys. Many moons ago. So we've got better things out there. Hopefully this is going to be better. But the American Defense, again, this thing's rock solid. This thing's a chunk, but it's rock solid. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and we'll get back to you and show you what it looks like mounted and how to adjust it, I guess. All right, guys, stay tuned. We're back with it. I want to show you real quick what I did. And I don't know if earlier, if this section of the video was a little lighter. It seemed like the light is going dim, but try to fix that. But I might have more shadow from over here because I'm lighting from the side, but I digress. Went in here and did the 12 inch-pounds on these 4 screws. I put a thread lock on them as well, and it says to put 25 inch-pounds on these, and you can adjust it, I guess. But I just slightly tightened them and adjusted it where I wanted, and then it says 60 inch-pounds for when you want to snug that old girl down. But couldn't get to it with my fix-it sticks because of the angle. This was too fat to get in there, so I ended up having to do this and guesstimate 60 inch-pounds. didn't go crazy, put Loctite on it or thread locker on it as well. And that's basically it. It's pretty solid. Hold it up so you guys can see it. Like I said, I adjusted it. I could have went one more click inboard, but I kind of liked when I turned my head I turned the gun, how it lined up a little bit better further out. Close this up so you guys can maybe get a better view. And I'll give you some down the barrel view and vice versa. What do you guys think of it? I got it in the titanium because it was cheaper, but I don't recall if they had the co-witness height in the black, but I thought it might be a little cool in the titanium color. And as you guys know, you can change titanium to quite a few different colors. If I were to change it, I'd try to make it the brown color, but you can make it purple, blue, all those colors, but I kind of liked this, that it was just a raw titanium look. And that's about it for this. I think, like I said, you got the extra battery door here at the bottom. I did take out the spring. I haven't put a battery in. Like I said, I don't know. That's what the spring is out. Don't know if you need that spring out to put the battery in, if it's not the one that runs on a battery or not. So mess with that a little later on. Didn't think that was too important though for you guys. But let me give you some footage, take you off the mount and give you some quick footage on what it looks like looking down my gun. Actually, I might be able to raise this up and do it, but we'll do it on the bench at the right angle. All right, guys, 1 second. All right, we got it lit up, hopefully proper for you guys to see. So again, the whole point is for it to ride very snug up against the scope. And it's actually pretty darn solid. I'll get you a little closer to the back. To be looking through here and roll over and then see that. Sorry for the horrible footage, this is rough. Should have it on the tripod, but we don't. So that's basically what you'll be seeing when you look. Let's see if I can roll it over by hand. So you're here, and then there. So I don't think there's many brands that would be tighter to the gun than that. And again, this can get even tighter. You can get one more click without being blocked or anything, but I did not care for that as much as how I have it now. So there it is. This thing's getting a little scuffed up. So let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. Sorry about the jitteriness of this video, but that's it for us today, guys. This is Mark from Gunfight Knives, and we will catch you in the next one.